All right, we are back for our last installment of Mr. Jeffrey's Algebra 1. I've got to, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide. All right, we are finishing up with our semester and we are actually going over our final study guide. All right, now, again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscription, hit the like, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And if you're not one of my students, this may help you also. All right. So I took out some of the smaller stuff to whittle it down because usually question one was like x plus 4 equals 10. Okay, I didn't want to do that. So we would actually have to distribute. And I actually had a lot of people working on this yesterday that asked good questions because it was just some stuff they had forgotten. All right, remember now, we had a list of things like distribute, combine like terms, move your variables to one side, that kind of list. That would be something good for your legal cheat sheet. Okay. All right. We are going to combine these two terms here. And I decided to write in 3 different languages at once. Okay. All right. So I combine like terms. Now, me personally, I like moving the variables to one side. I like moving them to the left. Technically, there's 4 different ways you could start this. All right. And then wait, that shouldn't be a 6. That should be a 12. I'm just glad I caught myself. Well, as brilliant as Mr. Jeffries is, I still make mistakes. So I know. How dare I be human? All right. So we would divide by 3. We actually get negative 14 as our answer. Okay. Now, also on a little test taking skills thing, you have 4 choices. 2 of them are not the choice at all. One of them is close, and the other one's the answer. All right. I can tell you right now, and I probably shouldn't, but I don't care. You will not have on number 1, you will not have one that's no solution or IMS. Okay. So it's going to be between the 2 numbers. All right. How many of y'all were doing this? You actually plugged the numbers in and did it that way to check it instead of solve it. Yeah, some people do, some people don't. Okay. All right. What? Yeah, I told y'all that. Oh, yeah, it's just, I told you. How about this? How about I just circle the actual answer? Is that more better? The answer is 14, no matter which letter it is. Yeah, negative 14, same difference. All right. So, moving on to number 2. All right, we're solving for y. So this is what we want by itself. So the first thing we would do is add 3x. Okay, so we end up with negative 4y equals 3x plus 2. Now, I know some of y'all will put the 3x behind the 2, but remember, none of those choices are like that. Okay, and then we would divide by negative 4. All right, so this is your answer choice. On mine, it's C. What is it for y'all? B. So this would be what y'all have on y'all's handout. Oh, my bad. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Dang it. What I did is I didn't make this part. I'll go back in and fix that. Um, where's my notes? It's supposed to be a negative. This is the actual answer. Let me write it out right here. It's supposed to, I would prefer y'all to leave it like this, okay? Where the negative's on the bottom. What happened is that they actually divided all this by -1 and got that. This is actually what I want y'all to have. So I need to, yeah. So I probably now I may have gotten lazy. There's 30 problems on this final. I may have only changed like every other one, and I can't remember. So between the study guide to the final, so you might have some problems from the study guide actually on the final. All right. So this one right here, it's not going to be no solution. All right. Remember, you're going to have two equations. One where it's like this. All right. And then we're going to have the +9 and then a -9 because this on the inside could be positive or negative. And you could solve both of these. You could solve them simultaneously. You could do them separately. All right. And then -3. All right. So this, I don't know. What is it? What is 15 -3 for y'all's choice? A. So for y'all, this is A. So that one's good. All right. So number 4. Remember, this is very similar to what I gave y'all before, where I said which one is not a function, and it says which one is. Well, let's see. This repeats, so it's not this one. All right. So it should be the one where none of the x values repeat, and for y'all, it's which. For y'all, it's B. Okay. Now, when I'm saying for y'all, I'm saying the handout. Yes. Then it's not a function. Remember, for this, x values, right in 3 languages again. Don't repeat. Okay. All right. So moving on. Number 5, y-intercept of 4 and an x-intercept of -4. All right. Yeah, it's the one that looks like this. And on y'all's handout, it's B. What? Mm-mm. I don't. I'm sorry. All right. All right. The solution to the equations. This is where they intercept. This intercepts here, which is at 2, 1. All right. For me, it's A. What is this for y'all? B. I forgot when after I printed, I should have printed y'all's again so it matched up, but I had printed it before I went back and did the presentation. Eh. All right. So right here, we'd have to divide by -5. Yep. So that would flip the sign. So we're looking for me, this one's C. And then for y'all, it would be B. Yeah. When you multiply or divide by negative, you flip the sign. All right. This one we'd have to add 9. Huh? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I moved ahead before a student. Another reason I'm on the naughty list. Okay. All right. So we get 5p is less than or equal to -65. All right. When we divide, we didn't divide by a negative this time. All right. So it's actually going to be this one. For me, it's C. For y'all, it is B. Wow. On y'all's handout, it looks like a lot of them are B, and it's supposed to shuffle them. That's just fantastic. What if I had like all of the answers be A and it didn't shuffle them? Y'all would take it and like freak out. Yeah. Hey, listen, all this is randomized by the program. It's not done by me, and I would not take it as far as to do some of that to y'all. Would love to, but I hadn't. Did they really have a bad habit of making the right answer C, or were they just smart enough to know that if that's funny? All right, this is a compound inequality. You can actually add, we got to work from the inside out. So 2x less than 12. And then we divide everything by 2. So we would get 1 is less than or equal to x is less than 6. All right, for me, that is D. For y'all, it is B. Again, that is hilarious. Okay, it is A. See, I have y'all thrown off now. This is funny. All right, I know. All right. So this has 30 problems. So you could, some of them are pretty easy, like the intersection of the graph. That takes like what, 10 seconds? So All right. Number 10. Now, this is one that would probably have the formulas on the formula sheet, because there's usually it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But Mr. Jeffries is cool, and I know stuff about things. Why are y'all laughing when I said Mr. Jeffries is cool? Uh, sure. So I'm doing it the Mr. Jeffries way in purple, where I would have 8 minus -8 over -5 minus -3. Well, minus negative, this is 16. All right, so -8. Now, that means my m is -8. I'm looking at this form right here. Okay, so I can go ahead and mark out the ones that don't have a -8 right there. Well, for me, it's these two. All right. And it says use x1 is -5 and y1 is 8. Well, if I plug that in, all right, and I'm plugging in, let's see, -8 goes here, 8 goes here, -5. All right, I see this has a -8. This one has two choices. For me, it is D. What is it for y'all? Okay, because this would actually change when you clean it up to look like that. All right. Number 11. All right. What do we know about number 11? Is it solid or dotted? Solid. So look, if I know it's solid, look, bam, bam, bam. I don't have to go any further. That's the only solid line. Okay. Y'all's is D. We know it's solid. We shade up. Okay. Our B is -2 and our M is 2. So remember how I told y'all that even if you know the characteristics, you won't have to know how to graph. You'll just know how to pick it out. Bam. Genius. All right. We good here? Yep. All right. Now, this one takes a little bit of time, but before we start, I want you to notice something. Hey, look at all the X values. All the X values are different. That actually helps us because this is what's going to happen. We're going to take this and substitute in for Y. That means that all my Y's go away. So if I solve for X first, I should know exactly the answer. I wouldn't even have to plug it back in. All right. So I substituted in. I'll just plug this in. So now I have 8x. I'm going to treat this as a -7. So minus 7x minus 21. Yep. Equals 12. Yep. All right. So when I clean this up, this is x equals, nope, not equals yet. Not there. Minus 21 equals 12. So x equals 33. Is there an x that's 33? Yeah. It's the one where it's like 33 and 36. Yeah. I got C for me. It's like A for y'all. But we didn't have to plug back in to find y. All we had to do was find 1 and we're done. Okay. All right. Number 13. All right. This is a calculator problem. Okay. Yep. The answer should be 4 because what you have to do on certain calculators, and the calculator in the program will actually do it too, is you would actually have to hit uh, type in 5 and then second and this little raise the roof button. So now it does right there, and then I put 1024. So it would actually take the root like that. Okay. All right. Now, oh, my face is too big. Okay. So, what is the only thing that's being raised to a power right here? Is it 4 or is it x? No, just x. X is the only thing that's being raised up underneath there. So this 4 should be on the outside of this radical sign. So here, now it's, nope, not this one. It's going to look like this. Yes, so C for y'all. Because remember, the top power, actually, those, nope, nope, nope. Actually, that one's wrong. Now, actually, this is wrong, so I got to fix that. This should actually look like this. So that's number 14. I love finding how messed up my stuff is, especially on the World Wide Web. Y'all didn't have an answer. I've got to fix that. Yeah, I'll just write it down. This is the answer because this is the power. The bottom one's the root. You write your own answer. It's not there. I've got to fix that. Not everybody's listening all the time. Yeah. Physically, he was right there. Mentally, he was somewhere nicer. All right. So I do have this one. I think I've fixed. I need to go back and double check number 15 because I actually used that one for my Algebra 2 class also. Okay. This one, that shouldn't be here. Okay. All right. The the squared right here on this 7, it shouldn't be there. Because when we go through, let's see, 2 plus 2, so this is 4u to the third plus 6u squared. Okay. Ugh. This should be minus 7u and then plus 9. So it should be this one. No way. All right. I've got to All right. Also, yes, I know it's not supposed to have the squared. That's a my bad. Yeah. The answer is there. The problem is wrong. It's not the answer key is wrong. The problem's wrong. And that happened on a couple of mine for my algebra 2 yesterday also. All right. Whoa. So we're finding the difference. So this is fourth to the fourth. So this is negative 5 x to the fourth minus negative 7 x to the fourth. So, all right, that takes away these. All right, and then I have negative 7x minus negative 9x. So that's a 2x. So we're still good. And then plus 5 minus negative 5. So this is 10. All right, for me, it's B. For me, it's B. I don't know what it is for y'all. All right. Some of these you don't have to do every single part to before you can get the answer. That's the good thing about multiple choice and test taking skills. All right. Number 17. This would be 2n to the third. So that choice is gone. Plus 6n squared. That one's gone. That one's gone. So it has to be, for me, it's A. C for y'all. Okay. All right. So, all right. Huh? Now, this is where you can have the double distributive or the box method. What? Yeah, you can do the box method with this too. All right, so 8 into the third. Those that have glasses that are supposed to wear them but don't should not complain about not being able to see. All right, for me, this is B. The box method. So you get the same thing, but this is the other method. So for, you know, that you could do either one. And like the order of the problems are going to be the same. So you might want to put on your legal cheat sheet like number 18, use box method. And you could already have like and it's going to be like a trinomial times a binomial. So you can go ahead and set that up on your legal cheat sheet and you just plug in the numbers and do it from there. All right. So this is simplifying the product. Remember, anything times itself looks like this. All right. So double distributive looks like this. Box looks like this. 2x minus 6. And then 2x minus 6. And either way, we get the same thing. All right, these 12x's will combine. So it's not this one, it's not this one, it's not this one. For me, it's D. Ah, happy coincidence. Oh, well, never mind, it's B then. B, C, it's one of the letters. All right. All right. Number 20, factor. All right. I'm going to have to do this one over here. What is the biggest number you can divide out of 25 and 35? Where is number 20? Oh, really? I didn't know number 20 was before 21 in the presentation. All right. So that's hilarious. 20 is before 21. What? Really? What? I'm going to go ahead and put the answer because my computer decided to have like a seizure or something. Really? That's the answer. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to. So, if I was the king of the forest. What movie is that from? If I was the king of the forest. No. No. Uh, um, Wizard of Oz. Well, listen, you have to say it louder than the Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Well, you say it that quiet while everybody's going Shrek, Lion King. I can't hear it. Okay. Sorry. All right. 21. All right. So biggest number we can divide out of this is 5. All right. Smallest exponent is to the third. So that cancels that, and that. So we're finally left with this as our answer. Why was I dividing it? You got to find the greatest common factor of the numbers first. The greatest common factor of 25 and 35 is 5, and then you take out the smallest exponent. That's you're talking about. There's a different one. There's a different version of that where it's like some of the Motown people that does have Michael Jackson in them in it. All right. So we go at 21. All right, 22. All right, this negative tells us our signs are different. This negative says or this positive says our big number positive. All right, so what two numbers when you multiply them you get -6, but when you add them you get +5. Yeah, good luck. Okay. All right. This one. There's going to be a plus, there's going to be a minus. What's the square root of 49? Wow, this looks like the magical number 20 that disappeared, just with different letters. Wow. I look like that one guy in the helicopter that wants to be half deaf that he won't wear his headset correctly. All right. 24. So we had a couple of ways to do this one. I use the box method for this one a lot. Okay. Now my computer seems to not freak out on me. Hooray. All right. So you put your stuff in here. 15g cubed, 18g squared, minus 10g minus 12. All right. Then you have to take the GCF of the rows and then the columns. So biggest thing you can divide out of 15 and 18 would be a 3. Smallest power of g is g squared. Okay. Because this 10 is a negative, I'm going to take out a negative something. The biggest number I can take out of 10 and 12 is 2. So that means this is gone. Okay, this is my answer. I can keep going. All right. But all right. So, I was actually able, once I found the GCF of that first, those of my rows, I was actually able to answer the question. I didn't have to actually finish it up. Um, I know some people they don't like that. They don't like the fact of, hey, you're skipping stuff, or some people are wired that way where uh, they have to complete it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie The Accountant with Ben Affleck, where he's on the spectrum, and if he doesn't finish something, it bothers him. So, well, he does actually. Yeah, he is pretty violent in that, and that's actually a kind of cool part of it. But I was going to the scene where he's putting he actually, instead of the puzzle facing him, he actually does the back side of the puzzle and puts it together without seeing it. He just does that, and then he couldn't find one piece and starts having an episode or something. Yeah. All right. This one says factoring quadrat. All right. Look, I can tell you this. You could use all this. We never covered that because that's ridiculous. The one like this, and this is number 25, you're going to be able to factor it. Okay. So that negative 36 tells us our signs are the same. A positive 36, that negative 12 tells us they're both negative. What two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 36, but when you add them, you get 12? Yeah, 6 and 6. So these are the same. So you would really only have to take one of these and solve it. So 6 is your answer. It's D for me. A for y'all on y'all's handout. Now, what's funny, somebody could actually be watching this and doing the study guide at the same time, and it would be a totally different answer because it just shuffles. Okay. All right. Axis of symmetry. So our A is 1, our B is 4, our C is 1. To find the AOS, remember this is X equals negative B over 2A. This is also something that would be probably pretty good to have on your legal cheat sheet. 4, 2, negative 2. All right. So I can already mark out the ones that don't have negative 2. So I got a 50-50 shot. Hooray! All right. To find my Y, everywhere I had X, I plug in that negative 2. Okay, this should be 4 minus 8 plus 1. So I should get negative 3. So for me, it's C. All right. My vertex is negative 2, negative 3. Okay. Huh? Wow. All right. That's high quality H2O. Yeah, Bobby Boucher. I wish they would make like a Waterboy where he's the coach. That would be hilarious. Adam Sandler, if you're watching, you need to make that happen. If Adam Sandler is watching my videos, that would be amazing. Gatorade. Shaw, got it in the trash can. All right. 27. Characteristics of this. Is this solid or dotted? Dotted. Shade above or below? Yep, shade up because the Y is being eaten. So for me, it's C. All right. All right, that's 27. All right, 28. I think I need to delete 28. I mean, it's actually it. I mean, I think I need to delete 28 because we didn't get to there. It's actually this one, but we didn't get to that, and I don't have time to try to reteach it or explain it very much. But this one will delete. All right, 29. All right. So we have 8 equal number signs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the possibility of getting it even? So what's my even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8. All right. So that happens 4 times out of 8. All right. Now, how many fives are there? 1. So this actually is 5 over 8. Yeah, y'all's is A, but you know. Yeah. All right. And our last one. All right. So we're dealing with marbles. We got 3 orange marbles. We got 4 green marbles. We got 3 yellow marbles. So together we have 10 marbles. All right. So what's the possibility? Now we pick one out and we put it back. So each time we have 10 marbles. And what's the possibility that we get a green? So how many green do we have? All right, we pick that up. We have a 4 out of 10 chance the first time. We put it back and we try to get another green. So 4 again. All right. So basically, I think even on the final, I think these are the same numbers. I just changed the color on the question. Mr. Jeffries is being lazy. All right, so 16 over 100 would actually reduce down to 4 over 25. For me, it's A. For y'all, it's C. All right, and that is the study guide. So don't forget, hit the like, hit the bell, hit the subscription, and all that good stuff. Follow good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.